Hello. So in this video, I'm going to continue with the Grand Lenormand, and we're starting a new suit, the suit of spades. The first one here is the Ace of Spades. The card comes from the Zodiac group, and this particular one represents papers concerning contracts, legal documents, or transactions, and it foretells of a problem or legal problems not going too well. The constellation is called the bell tower or the steeple. It's not a constellation or a modern constellation, but it meant that it announces a successful getaway. The letter T represents confusion, hypersensitivity, and strong emotions. Here in the large subject area, we have Jupiter or Zeus in the form of a bull carrying Europa across the Black Sea. The interpretation is that the card represents the nighttime, much like the Ten of Spades. It encourages you more than anything else to follow your fanciful impulses, but to beware, however, the risk of slander. Your image could be damaged. Down here on the bottom left, we have a suspicious woman in her doorway. The interpretation is to not waste your time or your strength in a commitment that only risks bringing you disagreement and harm to your profession. Before you say yes to anything at all, study it with great care. Over here on the bottom right is a man sitting alone at a table with a drink in his hand. And the interpretation is that you need to take care and be sure that you change your health habits to a better way of life. Respect your body and take care not to fall into excesses. Don't look to follow the pace of others, instead follow your own drum. The floral arrangement, the only one that I could recognize in the French was sweet peas. I'm not sure what the thing is in the middle, but all the others are sweet peas. And the interpretation is being very nostalgic at the moment, to the point of becoming mushy and a bit romantic, but to allow yourself to be guided by these emotions and to reconnect with your roots. The overall interpretation is that, like Europa being seduced by the beauty of Jupiter or Zeus, you will be seduced by encounters or an unexpected and tempting proposition. If you can correctly protect yourself against problems, you can hope to benefit from some of these opportunities. Now, the Two of Spades comes from the Trojan War group, and the card represents opposition and separation. It announces a change after a period of pessimism, but that hope is still available. The constellation is that of Castor, and its interpretation is that it brings a lucky omen. The letter U stands for obstinance, idealism, and utopia. Here in the large subject, we have the Greek princes ready to avenge Menelaus, going to consult with Calchas. The interpretation is that you cannot settle your problems without the advice or counsel of a competent person. Overall, definitely do not seek to settle your affairs alone. It would be a disaster. At the bottom left are the ashes of King Laomedon burning in an urn. The interpretation is that you must be extra careful in your friendships or professional relationships. Do not allow anything to happen that threatens good relations with your immediate surroundings. In time, things will return to normal. Over here on the right-hand side, we have a coat of arms, which represents a significant conflict looming on the horizon. You'll feel obliged to defend yourself to stop these conflicts. You'll be in a period where you will suffer hostilities breaking out against you. And the floral arrangement consists of gooseberries and house leeks. The interpretation is that there's a strong chance that your circle of friends is growing, but to be careful and to choose well these new people who quickly offer their friendship. Overall, the interpretation is that, like the Greeks who decided to consult with prophets before acting, you can also seek a person to ask for advice, either to guide you or to give you simple advice. Sorry about that. And in this way, your actions will always be a little easier. And finally, we have the Three of Spades. This card comes from the group called the Unforeseen. And it represents a danger to your financial or emotional stability. It's important for you to be wary of an intruder or a newcomer in your relationships. The constellation is Canis Minor, the small dog, and it represents foresight in all forms. The letter U represents dedication and comprehension. The large subject are the three fates. Clotho and Lachesis turn and measure the thread, while Atropos prepares to cut it. The interpretation is that the card recommends caution in all areas: emotional, professional, and social. Health can also be affected, and it should be closely monitored. This is a bad time for material affairs or endeavors. At the bottom left, we have Lachesis measuring the thread. This subject symbolizes a long life, and it is certain life will be peaceful and tranquil for you. Nothing will disturb or bother you in your daily habits. Enjoy life. At the bottom right, we have Atropos cutting the thread. The interpretation is that you surely want to change everything right now. In every way, a radical change is needed. A 180-degree about face. This is one of the only ways for you to find peace and quiet. The floral arrangement consists of laurel, boxwood, and papyrus. The interpretation is, truly you need to slow down the pace. A 1-year sabbatical would be welcome. Therefore, be sure to give yourself a little time to rediscover sources of inspiration. Overall, the card means that, like the three fates, who quietly weave the course of time, you must learn to accept life as it is. Enjoy the good times, but also learn to face the difficult times. Accept the joys, the pains, the failures, and success. And that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll pick up on the next one with the Four of Spades. Thanks for watching.